Ta-da! I am live. Hello, everybody. Hi. This is Tripti here. Good vibes. Look at me. Spring is coming. I'm so excited. The weather is cleared up. Snow is melting. It looks beautiful outside. Clear blue skies. And the ground looks still really ugly out there, but definitely change of season, hope, flowers. Weather is changing. The kids were playing outside in the backyard over the weekend. It was so much fun. They had their bicycles out. They were so excited. Change brings hope. Change brings tells you that nothing is things will the moment if they are not working out for you, if they're not perfect, it's not the end of the world. It's a cycle, and what is there today, change will change tomorrow, and things will be moving on. So hello everyone, this is Tripti. If you're following me on my page, thank you for joining me on my page and taking this time out and being part of my online digital journey. And as I mentioned in my headline here, I don't know if it's visible, I'm actually using StreamYard to do this live. I sometimes go right off my page, but I really feel that StreamYard gives me that bigger look, the screen, and it just so, what I would say, it's so easier for me to come and interact and chat with all of you. So today I was wanting to talk about some thing which is an emotion which can drag you down, fear, which can not let you reach your full potential, and something which all of us have fears. All of us have those fears about things and doubts. So I'm here to share some of the tips which I feel would you might find interesting. Some of the tips for you to get out of that fear spot on. Maybe you have an interview, you have a public speech you have to give, and or there is something which is on your mind and you want to do that switch. So these are a few tips which I want to come and share here. And if you watch a replay, if you find something interesting, if you want to add on to it, please go ahead, leave it in the comments, and that would be I'm looking forward to interacting and sharing this platform with you on this interesting topic. So the first thing which I would want to say about the fear, the one first tip is, I would say, be informed. So why I say that is because a lot of times we don't know. Ananya, you can come in. A lot of times we don't know if our fear is real or it is imaginative. Ananya just had her class break. So I'm talking about fear, Ananya. Do you have any fears?
No.
No! Woohoo! Ananya has no fears. Ananya is fearless. Okay, so I was talking about the first thing is be informed. So a lot of times, guys, we have fears which are maybe they're not real, they are imaginative, like we are just creating them in our head. So the first question to ask yourself is this something which is real, like something I'm we are so much the information is so available to us readily today, and there can be hi Asmina, thank you for joining from Toronto. So so sometimes what happens is too much of information can give us that fear, because we need to filter, we need to see what is the right information. Everybody knows we are in a pandemic, and there are so many fears attached to it. So many It is real, the fear is real because people have lost their lives, it's a pandemic. But if you find yourself in a situation like that, instead of panicking, we have to educate ourselves, do the right steps, understand if that the fear which we are creating in our head, what are the necessary steps which we can take to overcome that, the necessary steps which we can take, and get it from the right authorities, from the doctors, from the take the precautions. Are our symptoms severe? So what I'm getting to here is basically the first tip is be informed. You are looking at a new opportunity, you come up, you want to do something, or you want to maybe try a new activity, like maybe. So read about it, educate yourself, and filter the information, if it's real, if it's how, what is the what is the source of that information, which is so important. So that was my first tip: be informed, educate yourself, and that will give you a mental power to overcome that fear many of the times. Now, my second thing was physical activity. So, guys, I have found that, when I spoke about getting over that fear, over the on that spot, I'm going for an interview, I am maybe going to have a going to do a public speech, or there is, I have a soccer game, anything like that. So, or I have I am going to step into a place, maybe where I know that I'm not comfortable. So for at that moment to step out of that fear of those thoughts, I feel that physical activity, standing up, maybe I'm going to set up my camera, okay, doing some on the spot running, maybe a little bit of activity, and it will change your physical metabolism. It will make you feel that energy flowing, quick, get into a washroom and maybe do that. I mean, I'm just making a joke of it, but yeah, physical activity, the moment we do physical activity, it kind of shakes us up, and we are we feel better, we feel the energy flowing. So physical activity is a very good way, I have found, of on the spot, getting out of that fear mode, shaking up your mental state where you are in that fear mode. So that was my second tip. And my third tip is very, very simple, but I mean, it applies to every, but smile. Smile is such a small, such a simple thing, but smiling, making fun of the thing which you are actually going to face. You have an exam, something very important, getting in that vibrant and that smiley smile to yourself, or thinking of a joke or something like that, something lighter, will quickly take you out of that fear mode. And sometimes it can be music. Hi, thank you, Jonathan, from joining from Leduc. So yeah, sometimes it can be music, it can be positive affirmations. There can be so many things, which works for different people, like to get out of that fear zone at the spot. Like I feel music, or like I love dancing, I love music, Bollywood music. So basically, I'm not saying dance before your interviews, or if you have a public. I mean, like listening to that kind of a music might just be so very vibrant for you and take you out of that fear zone. And my last tip, which I want to add here, is about what is our basic nature. Our basic nature, what we have, is about love. Our basic nature is about peace, things which are engraved in our nature. And if you imagine you are talking to people who are your friends, who are your family, who love you, so it will lessen the fear or make it 50%, because at that moment, and I think I heard that somewhere, it was a motivational video, or a speaker who I was watching, and he said that when he goes on to these big platforms and stage where he's going to talk to thousands of people, and for him, this public stage of fright, and when he's going to talk to people, he always imagines he's in his bedroom, maybe he's in his room with his mom, and he's just talking and just sharing his experience, sharing his knowledge, his wisdom, and putting out his thoughts, and doing it with like he would do with his own family, his friends, people who trust him, people who love him. And that way he is able to to come out of that comfort zone and be himself. He can really communicate and relate with people on a one-on-one basis, because he's building that gap. He's bridging that gap with the love he is feeling in his heart, thinking that those are his own people, people who are like his family, who trust him and love him. So a big thing about, I would say, to come out of the fear would be to imagine yourself talking to people just like that, trusting humanity and thinking they are just people like you and me. And so that was my last one. I don't know if I have anything here. So I just want to add on, like, how do we create these fears? Like, as I was talking about how to overcome, I just want to give a little bit where, our thoughts, how do we create those thoughts of fear? How do we get those? Are mostly because of the information we put in our heads. It can be through social media, it can be through newspapers and through people around us, all the information. So it's very important for us to filter the information, to understand what information we are on a daily basis gathering and putting in our heads. It is also based on our past experiences. So these fears can be related to what we have faced in our past, and we are still holding on to them. We are not letting them go. We are not letting us overcome them. So that is one reason we still have those fears, because we've not let we have are not letting the experience go. But the past experience, if we have a bad past experience, it doesn't mean it's going to repeat the same way. And things change. As I started this video mentioning about spring and beautiful weather. Oh my god, look at all the beautiful colors I'm wearing. But so yeah, and then lastly, I think it's also our belief system, something which we have, maybe some of the beliefs which we have taken up from our parents as we grew up, and over the time. So past experience is part of it, but something which we've not experienced ourselves, but because of the belief system we've been given over from our parents, from our family. So some of them also help and helps, or not really helps, I would say, really determine what kind of person we are. But let's end this video, end this go live, I would say. Faith, not fear, and that's the way to go ahead in any area of your life. And on that note, I want to say thank you to everybody who joined in, Azmina and Jonathan. And if you watch me or watch a replay, please put in the comments what you felt about it, and I would love to connect. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.